The topic for this video is probability theory, or sometimes known as theory of probability. So here we will discuss about the basics of probability in part 1. All of us use the term probability in our daily life, whether knowingly or unknowingly. As we use the words such as chance, probably, possibly, likely, so all these are the chances or probabilities. For example, we talk that today there is a chance of rain. So it means we are just expressing that there is probability of raining. So there is a chance of a particular student maybe standing first in the university examination, or when the monsoon is likely to arrive. So all we try to make an estimation. So that is generally uncertain, but sometimes we are depending upon certain degree of confidence. So probability is a forecast about happening of an event in the future, which is generally uncertain. So I would like to tell you first of all before starting that there are certain important points that all of you should know. The first point is probability can be expressed in fractions. You can show the answer of probability in fraction or as a percentage also. By multiplying the fraction with 100, you can convert it into a percentage, or we can show the probability in decimal also. When you will divide the fraction, that can be converted into decimals also. The second point is, when you are very much sure about something to happen, you are 100% sure, in that case we say that probability is equals to 1. When we are very much sure about the happening of any event, and when the happening of the event is impossible, so when something becomes impossible, so we call that probability of that event will be 0. And the third important point you all must note down is the probability always lies from 0 to 1. The value of probability will always range from 0 to 1. So probability cannot be less than 0. It means there is no negative chances of happening of something. This can be maximum 1. So your answer will be lying between 0 to 1. And it can never be negative. Just to give a description of these points, for example, you say that there will be a day after the night and vice versa. So you are very much sure that night will come after the day. So probability will be 1. And when you are just trying to find out the chances of occurrence of two dates on the same day, how the two dates can be on the same day? It is impossible. So probability of such event that the 2 days, for example Wednesday and Thursday, will be occurring on the same day, so it will be 0. But it can never be negative. So you must make sure that your answer lies from 0 to 1 value. Another important point is that theory of probability, as we are discussing this topic, so it has its origin in the games of chance which were related to gambling, such as throwing of the coin, rolling of the dice, drawing the cards from a pack of cards. So all such questions we are going to see in this chapter. And this concept applies in almost every field such as statistics, economics, commerce, politics, social sciences. So wherever we want to make predictions, this concept is applied. As I told you that probability is going to be 0 to 1 is the you can say property of this calculation of probability. If we just want to present it as a symbol, so how we will show it? So in the questions, you will not be writing the full term probability. We will be symbolically writing P. Probability will be denoted with P. So when your chance is very much sure, you will write P is equals to 1. When you are very much uncertain about something, so that will be 0. So symbolically we can write probability as P. So now whenever we want to calculate the probability, we have different approaches such as classical approach, relative frequency approach, subjective approach, and axiomatic approach of probability. But generally we make use of classical approach, that is the mathematical approach, and the formula for that is very easy. We calculate PA and the formula is M divided by N. Here M stands for number of favorable events. the events which are in your favor. That is known as M divided by N. And N denotes total number of events. So this is the very basic formula that you will be using in this entire chapter. M upon N, this is the calculation of probability. So number of favorable cases upon total number of cases. So how we will come to know that what are the favorable cases? Let's see from one example now. Now this is the practical problem related to our first concept of probability that we just saw, M upon N. So in this question, so here first of all I would like to tell you that in this question it is given that one card is drawn from 52 cards. So always whenever cards question comes, you should know that there are 52 cards in which different types of cards are there. You all would have seen. If we talk about how many red cards are there, we know that half of them are red and half of them are black. So red cards will be 26, black cards will be 26. And if we talk about how many kings will be there, we know there are 4 kings. How many queens will be there? There are 4 queens. And how many jacks are there? Or you can call it knave, J. So it is also 4. If we have to count the aces in the pack of cards, that is always 4 aces. And talking about different suits in the card, so how many hearts are there in the card? We all know that there are 4 suits, 13, 13, 13, 13. So that will be making 52. So hearts are 13. So club is there. Club is also 13. Then is diamond is there. Diamond is also 13. We call it diamond. And last is, and the fourth is spade. That is also 13. So like this there are 4 type of suits in the card. 4 suits are there. 13 belongs to heart, 13 belongs to club, 13 diamond and 13 spade. And red and black cards are 26. Ace are 4 in a pack, and king, queen and jack, or we can call it a knave, that is 4. So now in this question we will have to find out what is the chance that it is an ace. So here we will see what are the favorable cases. How many aces are there in a card? So total number of aces in a card, in a pack of card, is 4. So these are in our favor because we want to withdraw one ace. So total number of cases then, total number of cases means how many total cards are there, that is 52. So these are the favorable cases, we will call it small m. These are the total number of cases, we will call it small n. So you will be writing the chance of getting an ace, or we can write probability of getting an ace from the pack of 52 cards. So whatever it is written in the question, you will simply write that, and you will write the formula. PA is number of favorable cases upon total number of cases, that is small m upon small n, and we will fill the values. Favorable cases are 4, total number of cases are 52. So you can show it like that, or you can convert it into points, or we can show it in the fractions, or after multiplying we can convert it into percentage if it is asked in the question. So what we can do is we can just cut if possible. So the answer will be 1 upon 13. So this is the answer probability. And you will write nothing at the end, just simply you will be writing the chance of getting an ace is 1 upon 13. So there is 1 chances out of 13 chances that we will be getting an ace. Now next similar example is, a letter is selected from the word statistics. Out of this statistics term we have to select 1 letter. So what is the probability that it's a vowel? So we have to find the probability of getting a vowel from the word statistics. So what are the total number of cases? So we denote total number of cases as small n. So how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of 10 letters, how many vowels are there? That will become our favorable cases. So number of favorable cases will be our small m. So how many vowels are there? A is a vowel, I is a vowel, again I is a vowel. So we can see there are 3 favorable cases. So we have got favorable cases upon total number of cases. Now you will write one line, chance, or we can write probability of getting a vowel from the term statistics is equals to PA, that is m upon n, and you will be simply writing favorable cases upon total number of cases. So answer is 3 upon 10. You can keep it like that, or 0.3 can also be shown as the answer. So this is how the simple probability concept is shown by mathematical or classical theory. And one more thing I would like to tell you is, generally in the questions you will see that we will make use of one equation, that is capital P is equals to small p plus q. So you should know what is this, and this will always be equal to 1. So P here, small p stands for probability of success and Q stands for probability of failure. So whenever you will add probability of success and probability of failure, that is always equal to 1. For example, you say that there is 60% chance that it is going to rain. So probability of success is 60. So what are not chances of that it will rain? It is 40%, so 0.4. So when you will add these two figures, it will always be equal to 1. So this also we will be using in our practical questions further.